sleepless nights, all the sacrifices, the choice between keep me and their having lights, all the knockdowns, setbacks, and failed tries. They don't see the rules and scars because they're internalized. They think they're less and think that everything was right. They just see the end results and think I'm alright because I was not. But they ain't seen the grind. I work so hard that overtime is just normal time. When you lose it all and then still lose again, it feels a different kind of fight inside. It feels a different kind of drive, different kind of fight, different kind of fire, different kind of desire, a different kind of life. But I'm rest because I've got fight. I wasn't hands and nothing. The callus on my hand shows you I ain't nothing. I'm like the ground, you can't help me for nothing. It's a marathon and I just keep on running out. All the days when everything went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm notorious. I'm blessed because I got fight with life. Trying to take my mind. I'm gonna let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm never give up. I'm blessed because I got fight.
That's my blessing. Now that I've had my dreams, when that I had enough fire in me, that I had enough belief in me to go after my dream, that I had the courage to keep going, to push through the pain, to rise through the darkness, and to tell my story on the other side. My story, my blessed story.
All the days when everything went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm notorious. I'm blessed because I got fight with life. Trying to take my mind. I'm gonna let anything take my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up. I'm blessed because I got fight. Just because I got fight. Just because I got fight. Just because I got fight. All the days when everything went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not just because it all went right. I'm a warrior. I'm just because I got fight. When you try to take my mind, I wouldn't let you take my life. I'm not just because it all went right. I never give up. I'm just because I got fight. Broken in pain, slowly bad and close, always the same day. Nothing new or unusual, it seems like nothing's changed. It's always the same rules.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. If you don't feel blessed, you won't be blessed. You gotta know your worth before you can be worth anything.
All the days when everything went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm notorious. I'm blessed because I got fight with failure. Try to take my mind. I wouldn't let failure take my life. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up. I'm blessed because I got fight. Broken and pain, only battered and bruised, always the same day. Nothing more unusual, seems like nothing changed. It's always the same rules. No matter how bad it gets, I refuse to lose. No matter how bad it gets, I'll keep on moving. No matter how bad it gets, I can still choose to keep fighting up, to keep trying up, to keep grinding up, to keep rising up. I just got to that point where enough is enough. I can't keep complaining, singing and waiting for luck. I have to stop after what I need and start looking inside, push through the pain until my soul on the other side. That's how when you in my mind and start fighting. I won't lie, I was breaking, but I'll survive. That choice got me to where I am today. If you think these always on my way, listen close to what I got. All the days when everything went right. All the pain, all the sleepless nights. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'm notorious. I'm blessed because I got fight for life. Trying to take my mind. I'm gonna anything my mind. I'm not blessed because it all went right. I'll never give up. I'm blessed because I got fight. But not to see all the sleepless nights, all the sacrifices, the choice between keep me and their having lights, all the knockdowns happen. Listen close to what I got. All right, cool beans. Let's go ahead and get started. All righty, YouTube, Facebook, how you doing there? Facebook, nice to see you. All right. Tonight, we're just going to go ahead and we can go over some stuff tonight. There's a few things we want to go over and talk to you about is this. What is it that stops you from where you want to go and what you want to do? For instance, this whole year, if you look at this whole year, by the way, happy belated Thanksgiving to a lot of you. I hope you had a good time. Everyone, certainly we did. Also, another thing to make you aware of is that everything that you have seen or have not seen is there are many things that you're looking for this whole year. Some of you are looking, okay, great. Where am I going to make money? Where am I going to go ahead and get my corporation started? When I get it started, what's going to happen? How am I going to get it started? What am I going to go ahead and do? You have all these questions, and yet some of you have already been building your business, and on top of that, you've done nothing with it. Meaning this, you keep building and building and building, and when you get up to $250,000, $300,000, there you have something you can go ahead and do. Even when you have the smaller versions of like you're getting cash lines, not loans, but cash lines. Whether it be credit cards, whatever it might be. Some of you are already in the advanced course of doing divisions, and you're understanding now what it is. Someone the other day made a mistake on one of theirs, so lucky nothing really happened. But anyways, you're learning about each division has a credit card machine. And on top of that, you begin to realize that there are many things that it requires. See, it's the art of how do you know how to go ahead and maneuver. Now, some of you also out there that are building your business credit and also getting your other areas started. Some of you I know have full-time jobs, and those are the ones that actually moved a lot quicker because they signed a power of attorney to the organization for we can go ahead and move things and do things quicker so we can get things done for them. And at the end of the day, what we do is we just go ahead and tell them, all right, this is what we've done, here we are, blah, blah, blah. So everything's just out in the open that way, but it makes it easier because we have to wait for them to go do this, do that. And it takes, it takes something to wait. I mean, some people want to wait. There's nothing wrong with that. But some of them, you're going to move quick. That's how, put it this way. The team here that we have to go ahead and would do that, they can spend at least 3 hours on your thing, applying for 3 hours in different places to see what would happen. And you might get one or two. But if you did that every day, you begin to have things that you're looking for that needs to be done. Some people are control freaks, and I understand that. They want to go ahead and do this. Okay, I'm going to do it this way, do it that way. All right. Well, it's going to be a slower process. It still works, but nothing wrong with that. Like for instance, building up the credit card machines. I mean, that is, when I say it's a 5-minute process, it is and it isn't. It's a 30-minute, really 5 minutes. Okay, you go to the place, you put the information in, they call you back, then you give them the information, give them a checking account. Most of them might want checks to go ahead or the money is going to go to the account, a void check, and so on and so on and so on. There's some places now where you can go ahead and where they don't charge you in the machine, they charge the customer no, excuse me, don't charge the customer. They charge you a monthly fee. Like they say $49 a month for running, I don't know, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a month. All right, anything over that's going to go higher, $59, $69 a month. So after 2 swipings of a card, because you got the other companies out there charging 3.25% of the money that you charge, well, you figure if you charge $10,000, you already made up your money already when you only pay the $49 a month. So there's many places you can go to, and you can have as many accounts as you want because they're all different tax ID numbers. So let me make you aware of something, is that's the thing we're doing. And like it says here also, how this works in what I'm talking about is, would you like a secret recession blueprint? Would you like to implement the one thing that allowed
the company I work for, as I said, the company I work for, to actually make money during 2008 and 2011, when they said it was a Great Recession. I don't know when the Great Recession, but they had a Great Recession in 1928, 29. You had a Great Recession in the 30s and 40s, the 50s. Then you had recession and so on in the 70s, and it's always a Great Recession. It's only a Great Recession to whoever's born in that particular arena, because some people have already been through a recession, and it's not a Great Recession. My mom used to tell me, because they came from the recession era, and back in the 30s. So they're saying what we have now is nothing. So I don't know what to say for that. But anyways, so it's also the same thing I'm doing now, making money in the current market with the division. Join me to see what this is. At the end, I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm going to go over some things and tell you what it is. It is very awesome. Those of you say that I'm not making any money or whatever it is, well, even if you're working a 12-hour day, some of you know you can run ads and do certain things to make things happen for you. And it's really not that difficult. So what I just want to let you know is many things are on the way. And also, if you're really interested in finding out what it is, it's nothing. It has nothing to do with wholesaling or buying real estate. It has nothing to do with that. All right. So one of the things I want to let you know also, if you're looking to go ahead and, oopsie daisy. Where'd I go? Oops. Got to get to my screen. All righty. So like I said here, would you like the secret of it? Now, all I want to let you know is this. If you joined me to see what it is, I'll let you know here at the end of the program. P.S. So if you're interested in doing this is at no cost, stay until the very end. Stay until the very, very, very end. And one of the things is that it's pretty interesting and it's simple. It's not that hard, really. Here's the thing. At Corporate Credit Blueprints, we have many options that people can actually take to make their money if they're really serious about making their money. One thing I want to make you aware of is no matter what you do in life, I don't care if you set up a big home business type business, okay? It's still going to take you time. Some home-based businesses won't let you JV with somebody. In other words, there's some places I wanted to JV with. In other words, let's say that you're working with a particular place. I want to JV with you. Say, here, set everything up, get it going, and I'll split 50% right down the middle with you after cost. Whatever they cost them, we take the cost out, and then we'll split it right down the middle. That's how, I don't understand why this person wouldn't want to do that, because of the fact he'd make more, because you can have other people who come in that are busy and they believe in it and JV with it. Man, he make more money because they got the person that actually knows what they're doing, and that's what they do. They're going to get a piece of somebody else's in a different avenue. So this is what I'm saying. People are really stingy out there. I have to say, they really are stingy. And being stingy is one thing that keeps you broke, keeps you really broke. One thing I want to say, I'll say a little bit later. But anyways, so just stay to the end. I won't be that long tonight because I got a few things I have to do as well to prep for tomorrow. All right. So now, just stay to the end and you'll see what I mean. All right. Now, Corporate Credit Blueprints, we make a difference. The difference that matters. That makes building business credit awesome. What we do at Corporate Credit Blueprints, I've had many other avenues that I've done things for people, which means we've always started with something. They didn't have a business. We started with some of the business that we were looking for to do, and we've done it with them. But a lot of people don't want to put the time in. Anything you do in life, you're going to have to put the time in. The first 90 to 60 to 6 months to maybe 12 to maybe 24, whatever it is. Some businesses take time. And this is what I really don't like about the internet. It's easy when you know what you're doing when you've done it. And it's challenging when you don't know what you're doing when you've done it. and you need some coaching along the way. I get it. I understand. I totally do. But also another thing is this. What I really want to let you know is on top of that, a lot of people they're so, how do you put it, microwave? I don't care building business credit. It's not all microwavable. It is and it isn't, which I've said before. And the reason why I say that, because our last group that we had that were doing that's still doing the real estate, but also still doing their business as well. They've all created the divisions and they followed everything that needed to be done. They got the credit card machines, the bank account, their web page, one web page. They got the right mailing address. They got the brick and mortar address, and they got a mailing address, and they understand how to get the mailing address. Also, another thing is this: they have a phone number. Everything matches Dun and Brad, Business Experian, all the other credit agencies that need to be registered. But what they've done is why it moves so quickly is because we were able to do most of the work. Once they get to a certain point, we're able to do most of the work for them. All they sign is a power of attorney, and what we do is we go to work and do what we got to do. Now what they have already done, now here's where you're going to learn the power of divisions. And I'll get there in a minute. So remind me that power divisions, because I'm going to go to the next thing real quick, because I want to get that. So there is a difference. I like this gal right here because, again, she's smiling, and she's the difference that matters. That makes building business credit awesome. Would you guys like to meet her? All right. So I just want to talk to you there. There we go. Cool. All right. You're going to learn also, this is the end of the year. Never bring the pain home. Right now, I'm going to keep telling you and keep saying to you and keep suggesting to you and keep pounding it to you, keep giving it to you anyway, right, left, upside down, all around, no gravity, geometric, thermal, whatever it is. We'll use whatever we have to, black hole, magnetic pulling, whatever we have to do to make you realize if you register, that means an LLC, C corporation. I don't like S. I like S in a different way, but not for you. And a lot of attorneys don't show it correctly. And I'll tell them that to their face, because once I show them that, they go, oh, I never looked at it that way. That's pretty good. But on top of that, besides that, also another thing, this has been for the Millionaires Club that's actually hit $1 million in business credit. We also show you this next coming year. I'm probably going to get into because what we use is also, I can show you, you can create, there's a trust that you create inside of the business, whether it be an LLC, but I still like C Corps. But as you're building that, no matter what, your whole tax consequences will be way different. And then there's an attorney that will go ahead and validify it, verify it, and give it the stamp, the seal, the stamp of approval. Now, of course, that is an awesome one, because no matter what, this, you'll see the process is really simple. And yet this is what the rich really use. This is what your Fortune 500 Sanchos or Sanchez or the women, whatever you call them, is they use this stuff, this strategy. And we've been teaching this for years, but you can't teach somebody that's in survival mode. You've got to be out of survival mode. You got to be out of survival mode mentally, emotionally, socially, financially, spiritually. You've got to be knowing that, okay, great, anything you move, you know, eventually money's coming. Most people work in a survival mode. I've had clients that they would go ahead and have over, $4 or $5 million worth of business credit, and they still were in survival mode. Think about that. And their business was earning, a minimum of $100,000, $200,000 a year, nothing crazy. And their lifestyle was fine. They had this, payments were done on time. All their personal credit was all paid off every month, because sometimes they used it for the business and they would loan the business their credit and the business would pay it off for them. So, it all worked out. But the thing is, they have this mentality of survival mode. Survival mode will never, only just always, I don't care if you have $1 trillion, billion. And if your mentality is survival mode, you'll never have enough because you're not going to use the strategies and what anyone shows you out there to use to adjust and make yourself some money. It's kind of like this. A lot of you are like birds when they're first born. You get it. The reason why you get it, and what you say, what you once had before, doesn't count. If you have it now, it counts. But if you don't have it now, it's because you gave it up for whatever reason. And it doesn't matter who's at fault. You're at fault because you don't have it. And that's it. Now you got to do newly, and you can't bring that in now until you build something. Then you can kind of take some of the great qualities of what you learned from the past and implement them now. But a lot of people just bring the whole thing in, and then now it's hogwash. It's what do you call it? That soup that you get, gumbo soup, all in one bowl. When you begin to realize that you keep living something that's not there anymore. I've had clients that had, and I don't know what it is about the survival mode, but it sure keeps you broke. You'll always be broke. You always complain. You'll always moan. You'll never have anything exciting in life to look forward to except I got to do this. And I understand. I came from that world. Even now, if I was in that world, I still know it doesn't exist. That world, what I had, don't have, do have, it's nonsensical. It's the moment you have, and what you have now is all that you have. And what you have now is only what you're going to have unless you're willing to expand your mind a little bit and realize, why are you in survival mode? What's the worst thing that can happen? And most people don't realize, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Are they going to go ahead and take away your birthday? So you file bankruptcy. So what? Oh, they have so much modern technology now. You can take care of the bankruptcy and get it off your report. Some people, that's called making a mistake. You made a mistake. Okay, you took a chance. Okay, get excited. What do you think? And a lot of you people also, and especially the ones, I'm saying a lot of you people, meaning myself too, at once in my life, and sometimes I catch myself too, so don't get me wrong, go, what am I thinking? What am I doing? And my coach would ask me, what did just come out of your mouth? He almost told me one day, you go to the store and buy a bar of Ivory soap, and every time you say something goofy like that, I want you to show me, wash your mouth out with that soap. So, anyways, you get business credit so you can take a chance. And that's why you create divisions. Again, I'm going to talk about divisions tonight. You create divisions so you could go ahead and take a chance. And it doesn't work. So what? Why don't you do it the rest? That's so awesome about how you can carry a lot of stuff forward. You can carry stuff forward. Yes, you can. And a lot of people don't understand that. You can just start your business today in your first year. If you made no money, because you made, in other words, just say you made money, but you're in the hole. You can still forward that, because a lot of you guys do not understand. Like I said, I'm not here to be your CPA, but a lot of you, like I told you, come to me and I'll go ahead, I'll turn you on to the CPA. A lot of you don't want to spend the money, then suffer. Just suffer. Because you're going to, if I want the same privileges, I have to go ahead and use the CPA that we use, and I got to pay them. And guess what? They can move it forward. That's money. You guys understand, debt is money. The more debt you have, the more money you have. Forget how he was trying to figure it out. But a lot of you want to go ahead and manage your business money like you do your personal money. Dumb diddy dum dum dum. You can't do it that way. You'll never bust $1 million in income, yet alone have $1 million in the bank. You've got to learn that, guess what? Debt is good. Debt is really good if you know how to monetize it and how to use it properly. not what they give you. Believe me, it's not what they give you. So you would learn, begin with us, never to bring the pain home. Always rested on the business. Always gamble with the business money, not your personal. But you could go ahead and have your personal, lend the money to pay for something. You pay it with a credit line. Of course you can. Because maybe you're at a time, I forgot my book, I forgot that, and all you have is your personal credit card. Well, loan to self the money. Pay it and pay it back. Remember, borrowed money is not, guess what? Taxable. Borrowed money is not taxable. Again, I've kept telling you, and I keep suggesting to you, and I keep preaching to you, hallelujah, preach, 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 okay? What I'm saying is, don't spend money, loan money. This is why a lot of you say, well, I'm gonna get into business so I can go ahead and loan money. Stop lying. You're lying to yourself. Stop it. Because that's the truth. I gave a lot of you, millions of you right now, opportunities to use our money to make money. If you really were dead serious about that, why are you working? I don't know. Some of you are working out there. I know that. Because what I have, there's not a whole lot you have to do. And if the numbers work out, things happen for you. So again, that's why I want to bid money so I can be the head, not the tail. I'm giving you the opportunity every day, every time. So anyways, let's move on to that. Business credit can be used for what? Purchasing equipment, advertising, inventory, real estate, and so much more. There's more and more and more. I mean, it's just a plethora of many great, ingenious things that you can do to make yourself some moolah. Like advertising. What kind of advertising? Well, I don't know. What kind of advertising you want to do? Advertising for your business and pay for it? Or you want to do the advertising that they call the real estate of the internet? That kind of advertising. Inventory. Haven't you guys ever thought of this? I want to give you one thing. This is just one of many things that we talk about in the Millionaires Club. And this, you can be on the phone all day with just this. Not a bad thing. There's companies that are going out of business. There's a list you can buy. Fortunately, you can buy it. Now, you don't have to buy. You can do different Googles and look this, do that, go here, go there. But see, that's where a lot of people don't want to spend the time doing that because, yeah, it might take you a couple hours to go ahead and get the information. But once you get it, it won't take you a couple of hours. Now, I'm not going to show you that because, again, that's what the students pay for in the Millionaires in the Making Club. You can find someone that's going out of business and ask them. Well, there's also, you don't have to ask if it's on there. Because you know the inventory because it comes up with the sheet, tells you the inventory sheet. That you don't have to pay, but you have to dig a little more. There's websites to go to and so on. And if you're really good at Googling and good at YouTube and Bing, dark web, whatever they call them, okay? If you're really good at that, you just find one place you can call and they'll tell you. What comes with this, the inventory sheet that would no more than, when they're going out of business, usually it's about 90 days old. 60 days tops will be the youngest, okay? You can call them up and say, hey, how you doing? I know you're going out of business. What are you going to do with the inventory that you have? Have you sold it? Are you going to sell it? What are you going to do? And let them tell you. And then say, look, I'd like to buy your inventory for so much on a dollar. And since your business is in good standings, and at least you have a Paydex score of 80 and you have a business experience score of 80 plus, and because they're going to do a soft pull on you, you got to have at least a 620 with really no crazy lates or anything. All right. Do you realize there's places that will give you money on that asset? You have them assign it over to you with a contract. It's just like wholesaling, folks. He says yes, he gets his money and he's done. And it's your job to go ahead and keep the inventory now. So you have to deal with that fallout. And you got to have a place where you're gonna sell it to. But you get a credit line of 3 to 4, 200, 100, 400,000. That's why I say advertising. Could you advertise for that using that money? They use that money to make the payment on that money for a while until you get it sold? Come on. I mean, I don't talk about a lot of stuff we do because a lot of you, when I say a lot of you means this, because I did it too. You want to go from, well, I want to go there to here. You can't go from there to there. Because first of all, you won't have the money to do it, to get it going. But once you do one of these, you can do it. And of course, there's a fee we always charge for this part. Absolutely. A lot of people don't want to pay a fee. Okay, cool. And it's not really a secret. I just told you, all of you, you just got to go find the right place and where to go get it. I just gave it to you. You know, the only reason why I keep that to my chest is because, again, I have, if I ever disassemble that organization, then I'd give you all the information. But right now they pay for it. They come in, they pay a good amount, almost up to 6 figures, a good amount, because the return is so high and it's pretty quick. There's no guessing. But anyways, so now you get inventory. Now you have money for advertising the said inventory. Then you say you want to purchase equipment. Could you not now find a company that's going out of business that might have the equipment you're looking for? Hey, I understand you go find that list and you go down the list again and you call down that list and you say, all righty, you call down the list and the list has information on it, and then you call down the list. And then there you go. One thing leads to another. One thing leads to another. There's so much you can do in this business. So much you can do in this business. And it never costs you a penny. Then once you do equipment, could you not flip it yourself and sell it? Folks, there's so much out there that people aren't doing. Here's the beauty of the whole thing. You can have the most rottenest personal credit, really, in some of these instances, especially when it's just inventory. They're not going to look at you anymore. They're looking at the inventory. Is it sellable? What kind of, if it's computers, how old are they? 1 week, 2 weeks? Did they just buy them? Are they still in the boxes? If they're still in the box and you just bought them, they're already old because they're probably 5 years behind the technology already. Anything you buy in a computer world, right now, if I ordered from Dell Computer, their computer's outdated already the time they finished and build it. It's done. It is done. And tell Dell I said it. Now, so this is what I'm saying. There's just so much more you can really do. I mean, it's just really a dance. It's just awesome. This is why I'm saying why you'll have people working for you, looking for these things, looking for the inventory. This is what I'm saying. Here's one thing I tell people. If you do, I don't care what it's not in. I know what it's in, because that's the success that the 8 I had in the real estate. They had their own VA person, and they had a minimum of 3 to 5 appointments a day, and always got a contract every day. They had the VA every day, and then then I was able to branch them out. Now, here's how you use your VA for this, to start building your divisions, to have them do this, do that. And then the power of attorney was given to us to go ahead and train the VA on the other areas and some areas in this equipment I'm just talking about now. But a lot of people, when they get started, they want a whole, you're going to have to spend a little bit. That's why you got a credit line. You use your credit line to carry you. But then once you start getting those things, it starts rolling. It's crazy. It's really crazy what it does. It really is. So, but anyways, this is what I'm saying, what people don't realize. See, you see just here, business credit can be used for purchasing equipment. Yay. Advertising. Yay. Inventory. Yay. Real estate. And so much more. Yay. Get off the horse wagon, boys and girls. Purchasing equipment, there's so much out there that people, you realize how many businesses go out every day? Do you realize what you can buy from a bankruptcy court, from a business? I mean, it's left and right. But anyways, what do I know? Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Now we're talking about line of defense, talking about divisions. Divisions will always be your lifeblood. This is where you build. This is where you build. This is where you build. Your only main thing that the mother company does, the big long purple up there, is just establish and build and gets credit so it can pass to the child. Now, some people have made mistakes with different companies like Barclay, Discover, American Express. American Express is a little challenge. And let me tell you why. The only reason why I can tell you this, for the 8 people that I had that were in the one particular class that I did with them, not counting others down the road, but this is just more current within the last, since January, February, March, April, May, June. And June is when they last finished. Now, but they're not finished, meaning we finished the coursework with them. Now they're doing other stuff inside what we're doing and so on and so on. So it's another level. But they've taken this, now they realize when it came down to building this, some of them had issues with American Express. Out of those 8, 5 had issues on the personal side. The personal side still counts as the other side because they still look at you personally when the corporation or the business gets a card. Usually they want the person that gets a card, what's their social security number, because it's an identification. And also, if you don't read the fine print, the person who gets that card, whether you have bad credit or great credit, the business gets a card and the business is going to issue an employee a card. Guess what? That employee best read the small print, because the small print says if the business doesn't pay, guess who's paying? Yes, sirree. You got it right. You got it right. This is why in some areas, there's another level that we teach you in here, always how to have several CFOs available, and they're designed in a way that so if you ever get in trouble with American Express, or you had trouble in the past American Express, you have these CFOs available and ready to rumble with them because there's stuff active and so on and so on. Also, another thing, that's why we get a power of attorney, because sometimes we have to apply in different ways. We have to apply using another business with you on it. So they give the other business, and then the other business gives it to your business and breaks off the relationship and so on. So now your business has a card, and the other card has nothing to do with you. And then guess everything gets cleaned up, moved over, and now you have a card for the business. Now everything gets cleaned up from that point. So there's ways to go ahead and do it in an ethical manner. You just got to go around another way. But usually that particular program, we can't do nothing without a power of attorney, because of the fact you're going to be under another business or division temporarily to get things done properly for your main business. And that's how you do it. And that's a simplistic way. Okay. But other than that, yeah. So one thing you got to understand about your divisions, so your divisions teach you how to grow. For instance, a division can create another division. And that division that we have the students do, all of them created 3 divisions under each division. Okay. So let's say you're one student, you have 3 divisions. Now you have 3, 3, and 3. All right. 3 times 3 is what? 9. Those divisions you build as well, and you get them to be corporate ready companies. You get them to be corporate ready companies that you can sell. Now, a lot of these at the end of the year, they got everything done right because they did everything that they're supposed to, because we finished in June, we began in July, August, September, 90 days have gone by, October, we got everything in there. Now they're corporate ready and they're aged. Some have 4.5, 5 years, some have 7 years, and they're aged. Some are over in Hawaii. They're perfectly done. I mean, they're aged, and some of them are ready to, now I say up to, their age to get up to $450,000 in credit based on how they're aged. See, that's why they learned as soon as they get a card, they got a division. They create a division right away. The day one, when you get a card from Staples, gas station, you now start creating your divisions. And there's a special process you do to set them up. You set them up, and everything else is a cookie cutter the way you do it, and there's a way to get a brick and mortar address for them, and so on and so on. And those 3 divisions, as you're building them, it's pretty awesome how they build. But the thing is, you get them credit ready so you can sell them, and they're ready for, guess what? They're ready to go ahead and to get 300, 400, 150, 40,000, all right, at a pop because of the history and was how you transfer and work them down. And but that now that particular thing, of course, I'm going to tell you, it's not free. We do charge. And one thing, you're not going to sound out a specific power of attorney for what we're doing. We can't. We're not going to. We're not. We show you after we do it, and we have to because we got to get it done. Boom, boom, boom. Because 90 days comes up pretty fast. And then we get it all done. Then we go back. Okay, great. Then we put you in the training because here you go. Here's this. Here's this. Here's this. All of a sudden, you got cards coming in. You don't know where they're coming from, but they're coming over to you. Oh yeah, and the American Express is so awesome. It is so lovely, awesome. Some even have trouble and didn't have a problem. We used other divisions, some of our divisions, some other people's divisions. We get the card under that division, and so on and so on and so on, and then that card will be given over to their business, and so on and so on. And there's just ways to do everything properly to go ahead and make sure that everything is done correctly, and on top of that, everything is done above board. That's it. You just gotta, because like I said, American Express, you can give a card to anybody you want. Anybody you want. Same thing with, hey, what's going on with Walmart, you guys? No one knows that. Haven't heard anything yet about Walmart. What's going on Walmart? Walmart. I like Walmart. All right. And then let's see what else is there. So that's what I'm saying. Building your business credit, it's not, it starts from your parent, then it goes down to your divisions. And if you ever want to make age corporations to sell to make some money for your business, it takes a little while. You come and learn. Come and learn. But you've got to be able to set up your first setup first. And a lot of you keep asking why questions. Why? Nothing wrong with why, but you might want to ask yourself this question. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off. Because here's the thing, you've got to get into the ring and follow the instructions. You can't get the instructions to follow the ring. You won't do it. In fact, I have a new client. He's been doing pretty good. He's been out the other day. He asked me, "Will you get on the phone?" I said, "No, I already heard you. You sound good," and he did really well. There's a few minor adjustments, but other than that, there's nothing. He's doing well. Now, his little minor adjustments will cost about $100,000, but we need to adjust those and on certain things that you talk about to the lender about, because sometimes people have loose lips sink ship. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing, the lender only asks you specific questions, then you got to shut up. Or you explain the lender too much, you put too much on the plate, you have too many ribeyes on the plate, excuse me, you have too many baked potatoes, you have only a real small salad, and you have, a plethora of green beans. Now, they don't understand why you have so much when you just say, look, I just would like a ribeye cooked this way. I would like to have a baked potato with this on it and that on it. And I would like to have a small salad with this on it and so many asparagus. That's it. That's it. But a lot of you want to, well, because I want the asparagus because I'm trying to, some things you don't want to explain to them, you let them explain it to you. If you explain it to them too soon, well, we don't do that. Now you make them lazy. See, whenever you call in, you can't make them lazy. You got to let them talk to you. You got to let them talk to you. But again, divisions are very powerful to build not only your wealth and riches, but also another thing, you're allowed to have as many machines as you wish, which means credit card machines, ATM machines, credit card machines. You can buy an ATM machine. That's right, you can. Some of you are missing. Some of you have the right. In fact, we had some client call me not today, the day before Thanksgiving. They said, "Hey, I'm thinking about another business." Now, well, let me ask you: you own the office you're in? Well, no. I said, "Okay, great. Do you have this much office space when you come in?" And I gave him all the square footage. He goes, "Well, let me call you back." He measured. Yeah, I do. Why? He goes, "Well, go down wherever you're at. Go down. You downstairs, upstairs?" He said, "Upstairs." All right. So I said, "Go downstairs. It's the management of the property." He said, "Yes, it is." Go ask him if you're able to go. Will they let you construct mailboxes to rent out? Will they mind if you add it in there? And they came back and said, no. I said, get it in writing. Guess what they say? No, I'll say, and then you get it in writing. So anyways, yeah, he already started the construction on it now. And it doesn't cost that much to get a mailbox. He's going to put 200 boxes in. All right. Think about the business you can make from that. And it's going to be registered. You can pull up the address, and the address doesn't register as PO box. It gives you all the different suite or unit numbers. That's pretty awesome. Those are the places that you're looking for. Those are getting rare into rare because a lot of people don't realize how powerful they are. Versus one thing, people, I know a lot of you like the virtual. Virtual is fine for the parent, but you won't need virtuals for the divisions. Virtual is fine for the parent. Eventually, if you can find I don't know, how big is a bedroom in a 1,300 square foot house? That's all you need for an office space. That's enough for you and a receptionist, and you can put, not receptionist, someone answers the phone, I guess. Receptionist, there you go. And you can put one of those dividers up that goes 6 feet up, or maybe 7 feet or 8 feet, where it's quiet. You can't barely hear them. The only thing, the sound just goes over, but you can't hear them like you know. It muffles the sound. Oh yeah, there's many things you can go ahead and do. And what, for 300, 275, depending where part of the country you're in. Now, I'm pretty sure if you're in Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, a small office that big will probably cost you about 10 grand. So other parts of the country, it'll cost you 275, 125 a month. All right, for the rental of it, not counting your internet if you're going to use your phone or not, depending how you want to do it. All right, so let's move on. Cool beans. Now, also, like I said, this is what I was telling you earlier. This is what the people have done now. Now, on top of that, we have, out of those 8 people, all right, out of those 8 people, they have now, out of those 8 people, they all have total 72 businesses ready. Age corp ready. They have some that have an 80 paydex. Well, all of them have 80 paydex. All right. Some are just sitting there. They haven't done anything, but they get paydex in 45 days because they know how to do it now. But there's 72 of them. And I think maybe 15 are there's one person that has 15 he just wants to do it this way, which is fine. But anyways, just what our team members have been doing. They've been building these companies, very well aged, and guess what? They're going to make money now from their age, from doing their stuff. And on top of that, by us, yes, there's a fee we get from that because of the fact is that we help them along, and that's one of the agreement. There's a little fee up front and there's a little fee in the back end because they never knew they could do this. Also, there's another thing that I haven't really told everybody about that we do. Next year, I'm going to bring it to the forefront. It's going to cost you, but also we're going to have an attorney involved in this one. It's ticket-ready companies. This here, where this company has is just perfectly aged for ticket-ready. So you get a ticket ready for the stock market, whether it be small, your penny stock, whatever it is. In fact, we're going to do it where it has reports to make that penny stock worthwhile, so there's no pump and dump and no kind of phony stuff. So a lot of stuff is really going to be coming out next year. A lot of people aren't teaching. We teach this. I've been there. I've done that, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. A lot of you think you have to have a product. You don't need a product. But you've got to have a good company ready to go so it can be underwritten by a security exchange underwriter and also looked at by a security exchange attorney, and they'll go ahead and move on it. And, okay, this is what you need next, This one here, though, just to know, it's a whole other level of game. This is the reason why you want to have a minimum of $250,000 of corporate credit, cash line credits, credit card credit, not loans. Loans are only good to get when they first give it. You give you a loan, you pay it back in 30 days. As you go wrapping around all the other areas, and you spread it out. And then you go ahead and get it back, and then you pay it off, and then it reports. Other than that, that's it. But it's your job to make sure to ask them if it reports. If not, then it's not worth getting. It's useless. It's like toilet paper, useless. What does that mean, toilet paper useless? Aha, that's what I say. It is useless in some areas. All right, but yeah, you're going to learn about also so many things that a lot of people don't tell you. Why do they ask you this? Why would you not want, especially these guys that say, I'm doing so super good in real estate. I'm making over $100 billion a second. Okay, great. But you notice they'll never show you the HUD ones when they're saying they're making that kind of money. I know some guys, oh God, do I want to name them today to see? Well, all they're doing is they specialize in selling their product instead of doing the work. I'm in the ditches every day doing the work and building because I love doing that when I do the corporations. Also, I have one student left in one of the areas, which, you know, I don't have, they didn't get their VA. And so they've been trying to use me as the VA, but I can only do so much. But the VA, the guy would have been swimming at least some money by now because of the VA. And VAs aren't that much. I don't know. So, but the thing is guess what? One thing about this whole thing is that building your business to have it ready is awesome, because those are that, again, some guys said, they say it really, because I even emailed the guy, I said, look, show me your HUD ones to show me that you're not just selling product, pushing product. Never showed it. Never even said, never showed it. Said, no, I don't need to do all that. But so why tell people? There's only 2 people I know on the YouTube that actually show their HUD ones on the deals they're doing or have done. And they're teaching. They're teaching and doing. So they're not just doing this. All right. A lot of them do a lot of this, but they don't do a lot of that and get going into it. But I want to let you know is one thing about this. If you really, there's their dollar amount. I'm not going to say what it is. You have to dig it yourself. Again, it's part of the training. There's their dollar amount. It's not a lot. But I'm telling you, credit lines, if you're going to go, you could take your organization to a whole new level, especially if you're scaling. You can go to the penny stock and have your company registered. And what if I told you, people are buying stock in your business, whatever the first round brings in. The first round brings in $200,000-$300,000, tax-free. Use that to scale your business. Leave the credit line alone if you don't have to. Use it. Start using that money, or use some of that money to pay back some of the credit lines that you use to get the attorney and the security exchange person. Then you can start marketing. And here's the thing. You can be one of the few that says, hey, look, I've taken this particular stuff in the real estate arena and I scale it to the point where I can go ahead and take it to the penny stock. And it's working. I just gave all of you out there, big Jehuboos and the big sub-twos and whatever, guess what? And big old, I was a student forever and bought a lot of courses, and finally one day, great. Take that idea and run with it. Show them your HUD ones. Once you show them the HUD ones, what you've done, they'll take an interest in you. Go find them. If not, call me. I'll be glad to go ahead and work something out with you where I get a piece of the pie. You tell me, however you want to play. So other than that, boom. That's why I let you know. This is why it's so important about learning about the visions, because the visions will help you line of defense. They'll also help protect you. They'll also help you strategize when you get into a certain level about, now guess what? How to use a trust that cannot be violated. And everyone, when I say the rich use this, and this business has been going on for 50 years minimum. This has been used for 45, 50 years. Hasn't changed. Rule hasn't changed, because it's straight. It's designed by guess who? It's designed by the IRS. Again, I'm not here to be your financial advisor. I'm not here to be your CPA, but call the CPA. If not, I'm not even here to be your attorney. If you want the attorney that we use, you pay me the fee to call my attorney, not a problem. Because after that, you won't be talking to me. So there you go. All right. So that's why I'm saying your business is so awesome, so important. It's taking action, folks. It's just taking action. Action is the most powerful form that you can ever take in anything. And you've heard us. You hear all this mumbo jumbo. Massive action. Take massive action. Slap them. I know you're tired of hearing the cliche. It's so old, so wiped out, but it really is. It's ACTION. The action really says what you're up to. It really does. Even in a relationship, when someone says something to you like, you know what can they say? Oh, I don't like the way you do this. Or we're not compatible. No one's compatible, so get over yourself. Everything they usually tell you is all about themselves. And it's like, you almost got to feel empathy for them sometimes. Because you know what? Getting angry, you can get angry at somebody, but that's only your lack of, how do you say it? It's a lack of intelligence of the ignorance in the particular topic that you're talking about. So you don't, since people have fear of looking stupid or dumb or ignorant or whatever you want to call it, they get mad and angry at someone. Say, ah, well, if you only, okay, that's why I don't mind to get mad, as you wish. They're not talking to me because I just happen to say something that they don't know and that makes them upset. So what? I get upset over what? Nothing. Even when I don't know something. In fact, when I get in that particular arena where I don't know something, I get excited. Ooh, wow, I don't know this. Guess what? I get to learn. That's how I look at it. That's how I take it. Why? Because the other way is it's showing how that you don't want to learn because you get upset at it, saying, you know what? I'm excited because I don't know. You're going to teach me this? Absolutely, but not right now. We got to wait. Need to do a little more wax on, and then we'll get to the wax off. And it's real simple in life, folks. It really is. Everything runs in a 90-day cycle. Look up, study the Jewish religion, please. 90-day cycle. All right, here's the thing. Here we go. I said stay to the end. I'm going to be done here in about 4 minutes. Never underestimate the influence of private money lending. Now, it's not, oh, no, I'm going to talk about this. I've done something even different for even the person, the most laziest person on the planet. You can sit on the couch and be a couch potato eating bonbons and just flipping the channel. And as you flip in the channel, that's considered your cardio, okay? Never underestimate this. We have the money, all right, to make you money. Here, grab your spot here to see what it is. Here's the hint. This has nothing to do with wholesaling real estate, subject to or buying and selling strategies, but you can make a huge fee income in real estate. The E-class we're going to have can help you earn even in today's crazy market. See you in the training. Why do I say that? Go to Corporate Credit Blueprint 6 at gmail.com and let me know you're interested in this. I'm going to keep going. Again, Corporate Credit Blueprint 6 at gmail.com and just put down interested in huge fee. All right. Now, the next thing is this. This is important because you can do this. During an economic boom or bust, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. Because I've been in both. In 2008 and 2011, I've been in those particular arenas when it went bust. You want to go back further into the 80s? In the 80s, I was in there in the 80s. All right? Here's the thing. With great potential, income potential, without buying or selling properties, without ongoing, with ongoing repeat business. In your office or home, you decide wherever you want to work at, when, how, and you make your income because you can make your income. And here's what I have to really tell you. Folks, we have the money for you to use to make money, for you to make money, even in the rehab business, even in the flipping business, even in the rental income business. Folks, rentals is huge. Get into it now because it's going, even in the foreclosure business. Oh my God, Becky, it is awesome. Now, let me tell you why. Oh my God, I have to talk to my gal was so perfect in the slides. All right. Anyways, there's a limited earning potential, and that's what it says in the red. Although you can easily pull in $500 in a referral check. And you can pull upwards anywhere to $1,000 to $5,000 per month scouting for borrowers and turn them over to us. A complete system with tutorial and resources to help you make more money more often. Here's the lowdown on some of it, on how private money lenders are safely making big returns again and again and again and again and again in their investments. But they need people like you to lend their money, which means this: you don't have to do anything. We help you qualify the deals that come through your portal if you decide to do the lending. If not, then by giving you access to the team to deal structuring the geniuses about the loan, or the genesis, if you want to say. Which means this: you say, I'm just going to go ahead and find people that need a loan, and I copy down the numbers I'm supposed to have, and it meets the criteria. Okay, as long as they haven't lied to you, no big deal. You can make 25% of the net originating points on each deal you bring to the table without packaging or submitting the deal. We'll do all the work, not me. All right. So sometimes some files I will do, but I mean, it's me and others. You bring it in, we fund it, you get paid. That's it. That's it. That is it. That's what I tell you about. That is it. Let's say on an $1,800 commission deal is roughly about a little over $400 you would make on that deal. A little over $400 you would make on that deal. You get paid just for bringing us the borrowers. If you want to do your own loans, we'll coach you and work you through the portals and everything else to get it done. And guess what? There's no investment in it at this time. Why? Because of the fact is, if I really want to make sure that through this is your, guess what? This is your stimulus check you can get every month. You decide what you want. You bring a borrower to us, guess what? You can go ahead and make this happen. You can go ahead and make this happen. You can go ahead and make this happen. All you have to do is dial 915-779-9186. 915-779-9186. Or you can go to corporate credit blueprints6@gmail.com. You can go to corporate credit blueprints6@gmail.com. Or you can call us at 915-779-9186 and just ask for the stimulus program of lending other people's money. That's it. That's it. That's all I want to say, folks. So I just want to say thank you for being here tonight. Thank you very much. But most of all, have a great week coming up. We're going to have things going on. We got things happening. And most of all, remember, you do make a difference in the business world. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. And may all of you have a wonderful